Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kaila Zikra Savadika, and I will presentation about the discovery of DNA. But before I tell about the discovery of DNA, I will first explain the meaning of DNA. What is DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid, or better known DNA, is a type of nucleic acid that has the ability to inherit properties. The presence of deoxyribonucleic acid is found in the nucleoprotein that make up the cell nucleus. Discovery of DNA. In 1943 was a time when scientists asked, what are the atoms that make up life? The scientists are Erwin Schrödinger, he is a great physicist. Oswald Avery, he is a scientist from Canada, and his experiment he did in 1943. Next, Gregor Johann Mendel, he testing DNA material in plants. And Watson and Francis Crick, he created the scientific journal in 1953. Next, I will describe some scientists who conduct the research about DNA. Number 1, Erwin Schrödinger. In 1943, being a physicist, he said that chromosomes contain the secret of life, but he could not reveal that. Number 2, Oswald Avery. He is a Canadian scientist who conduct DNA experiment with pneumonia bacteria that could be converted into deadly strain by absorbing simple chemical solution. He concluded that the modifying agent was DNA, but he still dumb that Oswald research sank in 1943. Number 3, Gregor Johann Mendel. On the other hand, in 1943, the important figure who stimulated this genetic journey was Gregor Johann Mendel. A man who liked gardening, he tested cross of peas. Mendel's law that weakly characteristic genes are not raised in the second generation, but will be passed on the next generation. Last, number 4, Watson and Francis Crick. On April 25th, 1953, two young scientists from America and England, James Watson and Francis Crick, announced their proposal regarding the structure of DNA. In the leading scientific journal Nature entitled Molecular Structure of Nucleic Acid, a Structure of Deoxyribonucleic Acid. In this proposal, James Watson and Francis Crick defined DNA is a polymer consisting 4 pairs of nucleic acid. 2 of the purine group is adenine and guanine, and 2 other from the pyrimidine group is cytosine and thymine. The 4 nucleobases are contact to glucose phosphate. After knowing the structure of DNA, some of us may ask why DNA is spiral. Why does DNA have a spiral shape? Apparently, the spiral shape is back to the chemical molecular structure. As already mentioned, one of the constituents of DNA in nucleotide is deoxyribose sugar. This type of sugar loses 1 oxygen atom and 5 has atom carbon. Well, based on the ketone group, the carbon atom will produce the pentagon or pentagonal shape. In this formation, the number 1 carbon will attach to the nucleobase and number 5 carbon atom will always be attached to phosphate group. So, DNA has antiparallel properties. That is, if one number nucleic chains is designed upward, and other nuclei will be described downwards. Reveal the complex structure of DNA after long, short in mystery. For the first time, humans were able to see and understand the band structure of the molecule found in the chromosome in every cell in human body. So, what are the functions of DNA for our body? Number 1, DNA carries the genetic material that is present in every cell and replaced during cell division. Number 2, along with proteins, DNA helps build body structure, enzyme, and hormone. Number 3, DNA stores the genetic information necessary for inheritance and provide structure and life processes that are passed on through vertical gene transfer. Okay, the summary on this material. This discovery was the culmination of a decade of intensive research by Oswald Avery, Colin McLeod, and Maclean McCurdy's demonstration of DNA as a carrier molecule, not protein, of previously trick. Avery et al. At 1944. In general, all genetic information that determine the characteristic of living things is stored in DNA, which is located in the cell nucleus. In order to assemble inside the cell in tiny nucleus, DNA strands are wrapped around protein called histone protein. So that's all the presentation of DNA material that I present. I'm sorry if there are still many mistakes in presenting material regarding the discovery of DNA structure, and also DNA function. Hopefully, this can add insight to all of us, both for me and for all of you. And we can also take a good side from the history of this discovery of DNA, that everything is not easy. Scientists work hard to find the DNA structure through the various experiments they have done. And not all of what they do is success, but they keep trying and helping each other until finally they can find the DNA structure after several experiments. Failure, although some scientists have not success in deducing the structure of DNA, but their names are still written in the history of the discovery of DNA. Thank you very much for your attention. Thanks for listening. Hopefully everything I share about DNA can be useful for all of us. Have a nice day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.